What does it mean to never give up? I think that's the question I answered most for myself this past week. Originally, when I had the idea for this series and signed up for my upcoming race, I had expectations about the type of workouts I was going to put in, the videos I was going to make, and the impressive finishing time I was going to be able to brag about for ages. Admittedly, I thought it was going to be easy. I had just finished a 13.1 mile half marathon, 25 minutes faster than I was expected to finish, and I felt unstoppable. But all my expectations came to a grinding halt the very first day I started training. And that's what I want to take you on with me today. An inside peek of my journey from a 13.1 mile foot race to a 70.3 mile triathlon. Not a motivational highlight reel. I don't have that yet. But hopefully, with time and discipline, we'll get there. Have you ever woken up in pure panic? The first and only thing on my mind when I woke up the day after registration. What have I done? I will reassure you, however, this does pass. Only to be replaced with self-discussions like, how do I get a refund? What injury can I fake to get my cash back from insurance? The water's gonna be how cold? And how can I fake my own death? I don't think I spent much time on the first day of training doing anything other than thinking honestly. Watching the same video of the bike course over and over, Googling the race and reading the race reports from previous years all night long. Had I made a mistake? Had I overcommitted? Had I got myself into something much, much bigger than myself? Or did I just make the best decision of my life and I'm just being a little bitch? Regardless, I kept one thought close to me. The fact that I had already committed, which meant one thing. Every training session I missed at home, it was going to hurt me even more at Santa Cruz. So, I had to train. To be fair, I have absolutely no idea what I'm doing. I winged my way through the first half marathon with Facebook gym routines. So, I signed up for Triathlete. After typing a few numbers, the first thing they told me was that they expected me to finish 25 minutes behind the pacer car. Really cool software, really uncool training, buddy. Hard pass. Next, I signed up for Team Trainiac. I found this software originally through Nick Bear's YouTube, as well as Triathlon Karen's. With Team Trainiac, I was able to create a rigorous 5 to 6 day per week workout schedule with a rest day on Sunday, pending any weekly schedule changes. Team Trainiac doesn't tell me my expected pace, and it feels less stressful. I found Team Trainiac to be perfect for a recreational triathlete like myself, entering races purely as a series of bucket list objectives. The rest of the week, I spent researching and training. My best times ever before training were as follows. For a half marathon, I could run it in 2 hours and 42 minutes. For me to swim 1 mile, I could do it at a 2 minute and 58 second per 100 yard pace. For the bike, I could do 25 miles at 17.5 miles an hour average. The bike time is the time I trust the least. I didn't even have a road bike on day 1 of training, though I do now. And I was trusting the stats from the stationary bike at my local Lifetime Fitness. I was most concerned about the swim. I was on swim team for 1 season and spent every weekend on the lake since I was young, but I've grown a tad bit friendly with the life jacket if I'm being honest. 1 weekend, however, and I've managed to reduce my concerns by bringing my 100-yard time down to a 2:11 with some good old-fashioned YouTube self-teaching and forcing myself to use the freestyle stroke rather than the backstroke. Sometimes you just have to pick up your feet and start running. Regarding the run, I'm worried about fatigue and I don't want to be arrogant. However, I'm confident that if I have a race day plan and I stick to it, I will be able to nail this part of the course. With less elevation than my last half marathon and a far better nutrition plan that doesn't involve mid-race stops to puke, I hope the run will follow through naturally on race day. I can run a 9:30 pace long distance and I can hold that without interruptions, so I'm hoping that if I simply prepare better this time, it will follow through for me. Plus, the finish line and all. If I make it to this point, I know the crowd pleaser in me will get a second wind. I don't want to be arrogant for this race. This is the hardest challenge I've ever faced in my life. When I signed up, I didn't even know the rules or minimum pace times. I just wanted to be an Ironman. In all honesty, I have no idea if I will finish. And that's okay. Regardless, I'm going to prepare and make this the best race of my life. But if this race has taught me anything so far, it's 3 things. 1, life will always suck. Leverage and embrace that. 2, worry about putting in your best effort every day, rather than worrying about being able to excel particularly on one day. 3, don't ever fear failure. Love it. Failure makes success so much more rewarding. I'm not sure what's going to happen on race day, September 13th, 2020. But I do know what's going to happen the day after. I'm signing up for another race.